Next item on the agenda is 2018-0106, Department of Community Services. Ms. Jones.
Thank you. Thought I had the wrong night. As many of you know, the Department of Community Services provides the safety net programs for citizens in St. Charles Parish. And so I'm just going to give you an overview of the general services and supports that we provided and some numbers to kind of show you the impact that we have on this community. And hopefully I'll be able to drive. Well, is there a trick? I could just do it this way. Okay. Okay. Basically, the support that we provide, the programs and services, we provide supportive services to residents in crisis who come to us for a variety of needs. We work with residents across the parish at our center programs and life skill programs to help them to build and improve their quality of life by helping them to build some skills and self-sufficiency. And then we help individuals with minor home repairs and some more substantial home repairs through a variety of programs, and a handicap ramp program through United Way. And in addition, we run 2 center programs, one in Kelowna and one in St. Rose. And this year, we've expanded our outreach to the Booty area through a partnership with Mount Zion. So that's a variety of the programs that serve the youth through summer enrichment and after-school activity center programs where we provide educational support for them. We do that through partnerships. We have our basic core funding. We have the formula grants, the federal formula grants. We have the local funding that you all provide. But to effectively respond, we have to work in partnership with other community-based agencies. And so this kind of gives you a rundown of some of our key partners. We work with social concerns. We coordinate services. When we can't help somebody, we refer them to an agency that might be able to assist them with more appropriately. And so we work with social concerns, Catholic Charities. St. Charles Borromeo has started a new rebuilding program in partnership with us that has really taken off. Volunteers of America provides the ramps for us. Second Harvest Food Bank, we are a partner site with Second Harvest Food Bank, but in addition, we work with the other food banks throughout the parish to make sure that we have access to food in all of the areas of the parish. That includes the Matthew 25 Food Bank. And we work with Alpha Daughters of Zion for domestic violence individuals who might need referrals and supports there and housing. We work with the library for enrichment programs for our youth. And we are a designated partner site with the state of Louisiana Department of Children and Family Services. So we set that up where we can help with anything related to that department, processing food stamps or assisting them with applications that they may have for assistance through the state. The emergency assistance, we have local dollars and we have federal dollars. Most of the emergency assistance, people come to us for a variety of reasons, and that could be anything from a utility bill assistance to rental assistance, food assistance, referral for other counseling or resources. We just try to help them find the right resource for whatever that issue or challenge that they're facing. Last year, almost 1,300 people walked through the doors and that's just at the New Sarpy site. That doesn't count the center programs and the outreach programs that we do. And they came to us for some type of assistance. And of that, about a quarter of them, well, 22% to be precise, had never received assistance from us before. So it shows that we are reaching out to struggling families or the asset-limited families that exist in our parish that might have that one little incident that set them into a tailspin. Most of the people that come to us are either single-parent females or single, and that includes the elderly population. Those are the individuals who seem to be struggling the most, and it makes sense. There's only one income in most cases, or limited income or fixed income. And of that, we've had 111 new SNAPs, that's the food stamp applications that were processed in just St. Charles Parish through our office. On the local level, out of that food bank, we've given out over 650 boxes of food, and mostly on a regular basis through the food bank, about 391 boxes of food. And then this year, we gave out 268 Thanksgiving baskets. We helped 141 families in crisis with local dollars at $23,000 that's in our budget of direct assistance to them, maybe to help keep them from getting evicted or preventing their water from getting cut off, or providing emergency shelter. In St. Charles Parish, the emergency shelter is 2 nights in the Ramada or 3 nights, depending on what the circumstances, till we can work the case and find them a permanent situation. We get a lot of fire victims. This year alone, we have helped, I think we're up to like 9 fire victims, which is more than ever. And so that would be an example of the kinds of individuals who come to us for emergency assistance. And the CSBG emergency assistance, that just designates the federal dollars allocated out of a specific pot of money. LAHEAP is low-income home energy program. We can serve not only low-income, but working families through this program, and it helps to give them a credit on their electric bill so that it can carry them through peak service periods. Winter, in this case, for this year, it was over the winter. And we served 708 families just with what we call regular LAHEAP. That's that credit on the bill. We dispersed, on behalf of the state of Louisiana, $270,000 in direct assistance to families in St. Charles Parish. In addition, we had 104 who came to us with crisis applications, and we provided an additional 24,000. Most of those individuals had disconnect notices, or we were helping them to get their electricity turned back on. In addition, I forged a partnership with Atmos to have direct funds that we can go into their portal and put a credit on an account on behalf of a client. We process them, we verify that there is a crisis, and it's really helped us to provide another resource for families. And this year, that was almost $7,000. And there's no limit to that fund. It's just based on the need. They just put money back in as we spend it. The summer food program provides a nutritious meal during the summer for that 6-week period, June and July, when kids are out of school. We assist them by getting them on a bus, bringing them to one of 3 food sites, and we do some fun activities too there to get them, some enrichment-related worksheets or things like that, or games. And we had over 330 participants. And remember, those same kids come to us every day, Monday through Thursday during the summertime, and we've provided over 5,000 meals last year through this program. Which I might add, we received a support from United Way to help underwrite some of those costs, which helped us tremendously. In the housing arena, this has grown steadily over the many years, and thanks to the volunteers that have started working with us, particularly from St. Charles Borromeo, but also some other organizations, local churches, Catholic Heart Camp that comes every year, we completed over 62 housing projects. And from the HUD Home program, we spent about $69,000. Health and safety, that's local dollars that were stretched with all that volunteer labor, prepping the sites for us and doing some significant repairs. We spent $42,337, and United Way, we did 21 ramps through that program in the partnership with VOA, and that's somewhere around $100,000. Ramps are expensive because it requires a particular rise and run, depending on the level of the house. So just remember, it's an average cost of a ramp could be as much as $6,000 or $7,000. In our community center programs, we provide homework help. We use a drop-in model, which extended hours during the school year. We fluctuate the hours depending on the season. During the school year, the centers stay open until 5:30 or 6. And we have 145, that's unduplicated participants. The same kids come every day, Monday through Thursday, after school. We've given out over 8,000 snacks. That's also that's provided through Second Harvest, so it's really no cost to the parish. We might supplement a little bit, but primarily through Second Harvest, we acquire those snacks. And then we had 76 participate in the enrichment program. It's at 2 sites, at Kelowna and St. Rose, at the 2 centers. And this year, we're adding that 3rd center, which I'm really happy to see. And we provided over 15 life skills sessions, and that's to a variety of populations. We've been doing it at the centers, but also we've started doing outreach where we go to places and meet the people where they are and provide a variety of specialized programs. And this kind of gives you a sample of the types of things. It could be anything from some fun enrichment activities to life management, relationship skills, financial literacy. Those are the things that we try to do through that program. And I just want to talk a little bit about the future. As part of the CSBG funding, Community Services Block Grant, last year I had to develop and implement a comprehensive needs assessment for the department. And we got with our community partners, but we also did client surveys, because who best can tell us their needs but the people who are benefiting from it. And we've targeted 2 key areas: income management, because that's based on our internal view of what some of the needs are. Financial literacy is a big issue with our clients and all of us, basically. Budgeting to improve self-sufficiency. Nutrition is a growing need. We started out with a very small food bank, and you see the numbers. It's constantly growing. But other areas that were identified through the community partners and the clients to increase those safety net services, the access to it. So the outreach model, I think, will continue to be the model that we employ in the future. We can't keep building too many buildings because, unless St. Charles Parish wins the lottery, I don't know that we can afford to do that. But we can take advantage of the many churches and facilities that are available to us. And so that's the model that we want to continue to build, to do some outreach with emergency services, client education. Life skills has taken off. People are really enjoying those sessions. We're doing it now with elderly folks. We're doing it with life skills for kids. We're doing it in partnership with juvenile services. So we're reaching a lot of areas. Job readiness is a new, we're branching into that because the federal legislation is dictating that we expand, and we could kind of see it coming down. That's why I implemented life skills, that we expand not only our programs to include safety net services, but most importantly to help people to build self-sufficiency. And the best way to do that, unless they're on disability, is through the job, linking them with jobs and giving them the skills. Safe and decent housing is still, continues to be an issue in St. Charles Parish. We're working with our partners to address it. Parenting resources, we're seeing that more at the centers, and we're trying to offer those classes and doing it through a mentoring model. And emergency shelter and support for domestic violence, I think, Alpha Daughters does that really well, and I think we should support them in their efforts to expand the resources that they have to provide that support to domestic violence victims. But essentially, that's kind of an overview of the type of work that we do, the scope of work. We have a tremendous impact on this community. It's a credit to my staff who work very hard every day responding to the needs in this community. It's a credit to the partners, the members of our Community Action Board, and those who work with us on a very personal level to respond to the need. And we have a model program in the sense that everyone is working together. We have a comprehensive continuum, which was always my dream from the day I walked in the door to get, but not to develop it myself, but to have everyone who is in the community working with us to develop that. And I think we're moving well into that direction. So I think I'm in my time, and if there's any questions, I'll be glad to entertain it.
No, Ms. Jones, that was well done. It was impressive. Thank you.
Thank you.